You're posting on Instagram, you're doing the reels, you're using trending audios, and you're throwing up carousels. Maybe you even hired someone to edit for you, and you're getting views, maybe even some good views, right? But the phone is not ringing. Nobody's booking in, and nobody's in your DM saying, hey, I need your service. And the worst part, you look at some other business in your city, and maybe they're not even as good as you, but they're getting leads, they're booked out, and they have endless jobs coming in, right? And you're sitting here wondering, like, what am I doing wrong? I run a content agency. We are producing around 250 reels every single month for business owners across North America. Some of them would go viral, 1 million plus views, and get flooded with leads. Others would get the same views and hear crickets. Same quality content, completely different results. It took me a long time to figure out why, but once I did, I built a system around it, and we've been able to help over 150 business owners use Instagram to become the most known local business in their city. So if you're a local service business and Instagram isn't bringing you clients, stay on this video. I'm going to show you exactly why it's not working and the 5 things you need to fix starting today. Here's the problem nobody tells you about Instagram for local businesses. Instagram works, but it was designed for creators and for brands that are selling globally, not for a painter in Denver or for a daycare in Calgary. When you go viral, your content gets pushed to a global audience, not directly to the audience that's only surrounding your 15 or 25 mile radius. So a plumber in Houston doesn't need someone in London watching his reel, or doesn't need someone in Zimbabwe, right, interacting with his content, because his clients aren't there. The content strategies that you guys see on YouTube, the Gary Vee stuff, the just post consistently advice, yes, that works for creators, but that's absolute garbage for local business owners, because that's not going to get you your ideal clients, and it's not going to get your business booked out. That's for building a following, not getting jobs booked in locally. So you do not have a content problem, you have a local visibility problem, right? Because you only care about getting recognized by your local area, by your local radius, right? Clients within your reach. Like I'm here in Calgary, and if I was a local service business, which we serve over 57 local service businesses right now here in Calgary as of this video, then the businesses that we work with, they don't care about attracting clients in Miami or any other area. They care about having this local visibility where they are known as the best known name in their industry in the city. So again, you don't have a content problem, you have a local visibility problem, which are 2 completely different games. And I genuinely learned this the hard way, right? I was spending over 10K a month on a production studio, right, to create viral content for business owners. And we were producing over 250 reels a month, 36 editors, a huge content team, crazy overhead costs, right? Some clients would go viral, 1 million plus views a video. Other clients might go viral, might take the first 5, 10, or even 20 videos to go viral, and they wouldn't get nearly as much leads as the first person, right? And that created inconsistency. Same production quality, same high quality editing, but clients would get different results. And it drove me absolutely crazy until I realized that going viral and generating local leads are 2 completely different things. Best case scenario, one of our clients, Ali Gandour, owner of a soccer academy here in Calgary, was creating endless content for their brand, for their soccer academy, taking behind the scenes clips, all the content you can think of, right? Some decent editing, posting consistently, updating the Instagram feed every single day. But the business didn't have much of a change, right? We launched one hyper local ad. In 30 days, they cash collected $38,000 in new revenue for their business, right? One hyper local ad with the right profile optimization and the DM setting system, which I can dig into later on. But with one hyper local ad that makes them the best known name in their city, that generated a ton of clients into their business. Why? Because they don't need to go viral in another city where their content, where their leads aren't actually coming in from. That's why I say is that, like, if you're paying right now for the videographer, I mean, good on you. That's good. Maybe you're paying, creating high quality video content and stuff, but do the numbers match up? The money that you're spending on that content team, the videography or the social media team or whatever marketing agency you might be paying, right? Is the numbers matching up? Are you getting consistent leads and clients, right? And revenue that's directly attributable to whatever content system you're spending on? If not, change up your strategy. And the fix here is actually simpler than you think. But first, you need to understand the second mistake. Mistake number 2 is that your profile is not built to convert. What this means is that your profile is set up like a portfolio and not a sales page. Here's the thing. We're now living in the age of trust, right? Everyone's on social media. Literally everyone, right? Unless they're not, then they're like probably living under some sort of rock. But if you're watching this video, then you're probably on social media. And buyers have become very aware. And if you aren't optimized, and everyone's on Instagram. So if you're not optimizing your Instagram profile as a sales page, and it's just a portfolio where you have before and after pictures, you're losing so much money, right? Because Instagram is your new website. It is your new business card. That's the conversion funnel. That's where the conversion happens. Right? And this is exactly what we do for our clients as well. We don't send leads to a cold lead form where someone has to put their name, email, phone number. If you're still doing that, you probably have an insanely high cost per acquisition. You're paying so much money for a customer that you can probably be acquiring for a couple of dollars or even some cents. So Instagram must be your new website. It is your new landing page. It is your new business card. So treat it as such. If I land on your Instagram profile, I need to tell you within the first 3 seconds if you can help me, if your services can actually solve my problems or not. Not just some random before and after pictures or pictures of your work, which can help, but that's not what's going to actually convert someone into a client. Most local businesses are treating their Instagram like a photo album. They're literally just dumping random pictures and maybe team photos, but with absolutely no strategy behind it. Does it position you as an expert in your industry? Does it position you as an authority? Does it position you as someone who actually knows what they're talking about? If not, make that switch. Because once you do, that is where your city starts actually recognizing you as the best, not only the best known for what they do, but someone that actually can deliver on their promise. And I'm going to tell you exactly how to fix this and exactly what to have up on your profile. Your Instagram profile needs 3 things. Number 1, face on camera content that addresses objections, right? Literally face to camera. If this is your first time, get comfortable with it because this is literally the age that we're living in, right? And guess what? 99% of your competition in your local city isn't even doing this. So even the fact that you are able to even start doing it puts you ahead of 99% of your competitors in your city. So face on camera content that addresses objections, social proof that proves you actually deliver, and number 3, a clear way to take the next step. I'm going to explain exactly what that third one means. If someone lands on your profile and they can tell what you do, they know how you can help them, and they know that you're local in their city, right? Because you can specify it in your bio, like Denver contractor or Calgary-based roofer, whatever it may be, right? And they don't know how to take the next step. Some people might end up clicking off. So have something in your bio that says, DM us quote for more info, right? Or DM us whatever, roof for more info or for a free quote, whatever it may be, get them in the DMs because that is the fastest way to turn a stranger into a paying client. Think of your profile as a trust building machine. Every single post should answer a question that a potential customer might be asking. How much does this cost? How long does it take? Are they legit, right? These are all 3 simple posts that you can immediately spin up on your profile. Literally, put your phone in front of your face and just start yapping on camera. It's not hard. This is the difference between being a content creator and a local authority in your local city. Content creators chase views and local authorities attract buyers. With one of our daycare clients, they started off at $0 per month. With us, it was literally their first ever daycare in the city. We came in, we filmed the ad, we optimized the profile, we restructured the bio. In the first 7 days, they got 20 new signups for their daycare, and they're already crushing $50K in profit months, right? Within the first 2 months of working with us. And this is just off of $2K in ad spend. They literally went from open spots to a fully booked waiting list, not for this season, the next one too. Now, this next part is where most people drop the ball. And honestly, it's the reason 90% of local businesses will never make Instagram work. Organic content alone will never be enough for a local business, period. Organic reach, it's literally a lottery. Some posts hit, other ones don't, and you cannot run your business on randomness. This is the game changer. You run one hyper local ad in a 15 to 25 mile radius around your business in your local city, and every time someone opens up their Instagram app, someone that is an ideal client of yours, they see that ad. That ad tells them about your business, what you do, the area that you serve, who you help, what problem you solve, and it takes them to your IG profile, straight into your Instagram page, not some random cold lead page or a landing page or a website or even a form where they need to fill out their name, email, phone number, because that builds zero trust. So you have that ad and you take them straight into your Instagram profile where there is authority building content. And that's the absolute game changer. This is the key difference. If you're running ads or you're working with a marketing agency that runs ads, most marketing agencies send that traffic to a cold lead form or a landing page, right? A form where you have to fill out their name, email, phone number. And that's how you get the lead. Why? Because the marketing agency wants to show you that they can get you results, and you get leads, and you end up paying so much for that lead. Your cost per acquisition, which is the amount that you're paying to actually acquire a customer, is through the roof. The cost per lead is through the roof, right? But the marketing agency is showing you on paper that they're actually getting you results. But at the end of the day, you call up the leads are shit. They half the time they don't even remember filling out their information on that lead form or on that website, right? And they end up not closing with you or your sales team. That is cold traffic hitting an absolute wall. We send them to your Instagram profile first. They see the content, they build the trust, they like you, they see your face, they see your brand and actually engage with it, and they follow. Then they reach out. A follower from your local area who sees your ad, who sees your face, sees your content, knows you're local in their area, right? Because you do content outdoors or in your city, and they see that content 3 or 4 times before they DM you, that person is sold. That person is not going to negotiate on price. They're not going to price bargain or try to get the best deal. Why? Because they already know you're the authority and they know you're the best in the game. That's a warm lead, not a cold one. You're not paying for followers. You're paying to become visible. You're paying for visibility, right? And to become the best known business in your area on Instagram. That is a completely different ROI conversation. This was honestly a breakthrough for me, right? Because we already had the team, 36 editors, content team, brand strategists, creative directors, the script writers, right? We were creating incredible content. And when we paired what we were already good at, which is high quality authority building content that builds trust, with hyper local ads that put your business in front of the right people in the right city, it was like a switch flipped. Suddenly the content that was getting random views in another city was now getting booked appointments from people 15 minutes away. And here's where it gets really unfair for your competitors, because once this flywheel starts spinning, it becomes impossible to stop. Let me explain. Getting attention means absolutely nothing if you can't convert it, right? I think we can all agree. Once people are landing on your profile and actually DMing you, you need a system that actually converts these conversations into booked jobs, into booked calls. And most business owners either completely ignore DMs or they respond too slowly, or even worse, they have an autoresponder that responds to leads with like a long ass text of their services and what they provide, or pitch too hard, way too fast. All of these things absolutely kill the deal and they kill the trust with your local followers. Here's the conversion system. You want to respond within minutes, you want to respond in a natural way, and you want to move them to a call or a quote, right? All within the DMs. All of this happens in the DMs. The goal isn't more followers, right? Because you will get more followers, especially when you run the hyper local ads. But the goal isn't followers. The goal is more booked calls and actual booked jobs and closed deals, right? More revenue in your business. Every single piece of this system, the content, the ads, the profile, the DMs, is designed to drive one outcome: more revenue. I built this for my own mother's daycare first. She was struggling to fill in spots, doing the exact same thing every other local business makes, posting and praying something hits. Once we installed this system, every single spot filled, and she was booked out for 3 semesters in advance. That was the moment I knew this wasn't just theory, this was a machine. One of our clients, Danielle, in the beauty space, she has a salon that does nanobrow touching, nails, lashes, you name it, right? When we first launched her hyperlocal ad for a specific service, the brows, she was booked out for a week from the first day, and it was all using the system. So let me tie all of this together so you can actually go and do it yourself. Here is the entire system in one sentence. Authority content that positions you as the best known business in your city, plus hyperlocal ads that put you in front of the right people that you actually want to serve and takes them straight into your Instagram profile, and the conversion system in your direct message inbox that turns attention into booked clients. That's it. 3 layers: content, ads, and a DM conversion system. When all 3 work together, you become the most visible, the most trusted, and the most looked up to and recognizable brand in your city for what you do. Your competitors literally can't compete because they're still posting random content, right? Or relying on Google or word of mouth to get their next book job. This isn't about being a marketing genius. It's about having the right system. And I literally teach my clients to drive the car themselves. That way they never have to rely on another marketing agency ever again. So look, that's the real reason Instagram isn't working for your local business. It's not because the platform is broken. It's not because you need more followers. It's because you're playing the content creator game when you should be playing the local authority game. If you want help installing this entire system in your business, the content strategy, the hyper local ads, the conversion system, all of it, inside your business. I'll build it for you so you never have to rely on another marketing agency ever again. There's a link in the description to book a free roadmap call with me or my team. We'll look at your current Instagram, your market, your numbers, and we'll map out exactly how this would look like for your business specifically. We've done this for over 100 businesses in Canada and the US. Painters, contractors, daycares, med spas, you name it, we've worked with them. If you serve a local area and you want to be the most booked out business in your city, this system works. The link's in the description. And if you want to know how a realtor generated 4 deals in 1 month directly off of Instagram, then watch this next video. Have an amazing day, and I'll talk to you soon.